Hey everybody, it's Big John back again. Made some changes to the barn, to my shop. Trying to get it cleaned up in here. If you can see, it's just an absolute mess. But I moved my air compressor out here from my other building over there. That was my old shop. It's just sitting on a dump truck, mud flap. Got it wired up to the 220. Added this to hold some air tools, just blowers and chucks and stuff like that. I might end up trying to find a place to put that one up instead. It's not quite as long. But that's been a pretty good air compressor over the years. I've had it for, I'm going to say 13, 14 years probably. It's been a pretty good one. And then if I can make my way over here through the mess, I have started cleaning this corner up. Mounted me up some cabinets up here. Brought this white one in down here on the floor to replace this wooden shelf. And then those three on the wall I hung up. The middle one is a matching cabinet to the one I refinished over here in an earlier video. I don't really care about going through and painting them all. Whatever. I just wanted to get them up there for some storage. That one's probably going to go under my bench back there. Throw some stuff on it. Made some changes in the cart. I moved my turbo sockets and my 3/8 impact and my stud remover back into this little Mac tray that I have. Got it back there. Kind of opened up some room here because I don't have all my extensions and everything in there, all the adapters and everything. Because I got this magnetic panel at Lowe's, Craftsman brand, and they stick to it pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then I made this, just bent over a piece of stainless steel, and it's got some pretty strong magnets on the back of it. I bent it over and riveted it down just an old metal socket rail and stuck some of these adapters and stuff like that on there. And then moved a couple of magnetic trays over here on the side to make room for it. Yeah, it's got 3 rare earth disc magnets on the back of it. And she holds pretty good. Both of those do. I'm happy with both of those. And then I think that's really the only thing I've done to the cart. I did add this green tray from Harbor Freight. I did put that on there. And a lot of the holes for the screwdrivers, I got the grommets from Harbor Freight in their kit, and they fit right in these holes. And I put screwdrivers in those, and I did it in some of these too. Now with this Snap-on number 2, it's kind of a long one. With it, I can get it back in there. With that grommet in there, it sticks up just enough that I have trouble closing the box. So if I want to close it and lock it, that has to kind of get pushed back or picked up out of there or something. While I was at Harbor Freight, move my beer. While I was at Harbor Freight, I picked up their Wizard brand tire inflator. That's my favorite style of inflator, with the gauge right on it like that. They had a nicer one that was like, made like a Milton brand and it was about twice as expensive. And this is the one that I've had for 10 years or so. And it was leaking real bad. You can see I got it all taped up. Down here it was still leaking. The hose is just brittle and shot. I wish that it had this end on it with the little swivel. I like that better than the long end. But it does feel like it has better rubber on it than the old one. So we'll see how that works out. It did come with this old cheapo end, double-sided end, and I found a nice brass Milton at the farm store locally. Put that on there. The farm store that day was having a 25% off, 20% off, something like that, off of anything you could fit in a 5-gallon bucket. So I picked that up. And I also picked up this DeWalt impact bit set. Not a crazy bit set, but I've got a lot of them. I got a lot of that stuff. I just didn't have any of the impact rated ones to run on that impact when I need to. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my sledgehammers. They were hanging right there where that cabinet's at, above that little old box. They were hanging right in there, so I got to figure out where I'm going to put those. But that's my update. Working on doing some cleaning. And then that gray cabinet, I'm going to end up making a welding cart out of that. I don't have a MIG welder. I've got a old Lincoln stick welder. And I think I'm going to put all my rods and chip and hammer and a couple of wire brushes and stuff all in there, and my helmets and all that on that cart. And then I got a 3/4 of an inch thick plate of steel. I'm going to measure and cut and make a top for that box out of that 3/4 inch plate. Make a little welding table cart out of it. Well, so that's my update. Thanks for watching.